welcome back to the Midterm Rental Mastery Show. My name is Tanisha Epps, and I am a real estate investor based in Virginia. And our show today is the last of the series talking about Furnished Finder. And today we're going to talk about how to boost your listing on Furnished Finder. Before we get into that, though, I do want to address a question that came up in the comments from the last video. So someone asked about the comping portion of Furnished Finder, and the question was, how do I see information about a property that's already booked right now? Their goal is to try to figure out what the properties on that site are actually rented for. Well, unfortunately, that is not a thing right now. The closest that you're going to get to it is going to be on the page that shows you the demand in the area with the charts, and that's really based on the information that people input into it when they're actually notating either what they have charged someone if they enter that information into the Furnished Finder website, or what the clients, like the travelers, are looking for. Otherwise, that is not a feature yet on I'm about to say Airbnb again. Maybe it's just because I got a booking on Airbnb a few minutes ago, so I am totally Airbnb in the brain, but I'm actually talking about Furnished Finder, okay? So on the Furnished Finder site, you have that section that is all about how to kind of price your listing based off of the demand that's in the area. That's on that graph that we looked at back on the first week of the series. But right now, they don't have anything built in for you to be able to see what people are actually booking for. Supposedly, this is a beta feature that they're going to be making available at some point, but it is not there today. So unfortunately, you kind of have to do your best with what you see on the site if you're using Furnished Finder as a comping source. So I hope that answers the question. So again, today I want to get into the page for talking about Furnished Finder and how to boost your listing. You don't have to pay to boost your listing. If you use these steps, it keeps your property very visible. And for people who don't know, this will be really helpful for you. It only takes a couple of minutes. It's not like it's anything major that you have to do. It takes you maybe a minute or two a day if you choose to do it every day or every couple of days. So what I'm going to do is share my screen, and we're going to look at this listing performance algorithm on Furnished Finder. And I'm actually going to take my glasses off because I got that really odd glare that I had again last time, and it's kind of annoying. So we're going to look at this listing performance algorithm page. Now, if you want to look this up yourself, just use Google. I love Google. Just type in Furnished Finder and the word algorithm or listing performance, or if you want to put the whole thing in, you can, but you don't need all the words. Just look it up and you'll come to this page. Furnished Finder actually has a lot of really good resources, and I spend a ton of time just researching their site for the information that they make readily available for people. I just like to keep things simple, and if they already made it, then why would I not read it? So let's talk about this listing performance algorithm. So if you did not know, Furnished Finder actually gives your listing a score. And that score is based off of your activity. It's called activity-based scoring, or ABS. So in order to increase your score, you need to be engaged and active with your listing on the Furnished Finder website. In order to do that, you can go and check your housing requests, and that could be whether it's booking requests, match leads, or unmatched leads. If you check those every day, it's going to keep you active on the platform. And you can do this whether it's on the app or you can do it on the computer. It really doesn't matter. It's scored the same. So by checking your housing requests, your tenant leads, you're checking your messages, and you're communicating with people, the system is tracking that to give you a score. And they may say, hey, Tanisha's property is, we're going to bump her up to the top of the algorithm because she's engaged with her property every day. I literally go on, well, unless I forget, and then they send me an email. I usually go on and update my listing on Furnished Finder every single day. And it only takes me, the time to get on the app and then update the listing. I don't know, what is that, 15 to 20 seconds? Not very much. So if you go on there and just play with the algorithm and the listing every day, you'll be good. So just make sure that your calendar is updated. So if you have a property that's on Furnished Finder, and let's say you forgot, you're going to get an email from Furnished Finder. And I believe it's like every 5 to 7 days, they send this email out like clockwork. And it's, hey, your property hasn't been updated. Do you have a tenant? Do we need to make it unavailable? What do you want to do? They're actually trying to help you out. Go in and update your listing. Make it visible, make it timely, and then just engage with the site. That will help you boost to the top of the algorithm. Okay. Now, it tells you one of the best ways to increase your score. This is for properties, like not hotels. You see where it says this does not apply to hotels. To ensure your calendar has future availability dates set. So if you have a booking and you actually use Furnished Finder where you block your calendar, hint, hint, I don't. But if you do and you block your calendar, then you need to go in and keep it updated based on dates. So if you're going to block your calendar and not change the actual dates back and forth every day like I do, make sure you're doing these other things so that your property stays visible. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now you'll see at the bottom of the page, it says this section about listings that are older than 90 days at the time that they collect this information. They're going to give you an opportunity to boost your listing directly with them. You'll get a nice email or communication that says it requires a one-time boost. You see where it says one-time boost to get your listing back on the map. And that's if your listing qualifies. So it tells you what the qualifications are here on this page to use the OTB feature. I never want to put myself in the OTB feature bucket. I'm just going to stay engaged with my listing every day. So again, if you did not know that you could make sure that your listing stays visible on Furnished Finder, now you know. They have an algorithm too, just like Airbnb and VRBO and all these other cool booking sites. Even though Furnished Finder is not a booking site, you can go on here and make sure that your listing is boosted. So I hope that was really helpful. That's probably going to be the end of the Furnished Finder series for a bit. I actually was recording this earlier and I stopped it and I realized that I shouldn't have because I got this wonderful booking request from one of my other relocation clients for a property for $7,000 a month. Very, very exciting. And the house is not even furnished. Isn't that cool? We'll talk about that another time. So in the meantime, please like, subscribe, tell your friends about the show. And if you have questions or comments, pop those in the comments in the bottom of the video. And also you'll see where I've added my link tree. So if you want to reach out to me, connect with me, check out some of the services that I'm using, I'm making sure that I keep that updated so that you have that information available to you. So until next time, really appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good week.